Good morning, Tom Beal here with a Make Today Great moment. And there's so many topics that are just waiting to come out. It was hard to choose which one to speak about today, but I think this is a very important one. And this was brought up by a good friend of mine a few weeks ago, maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. My friend Todd Brown said, "Wow, on the seven-figure code that you and Mike Filsaime put together, the one thing that really resonated with me, that really got me writing notes, was when you talked about leadership traits." So today I'm going to talk about those exact leadership traits that Todd brought up and reminded me of how important those are for people to hear, to keep top of mind awareness, to make sure that you're keeping yourself in check and you're being that leader that you can be in your respective field. So I learned these leadership traits in the Marine Corps. I was active duty Marines from January of '93 to January of '97. And in that time, some of you may have seen, I posted some pictures when I was home last week. I was an awesome Marine. I was the #1 honor graduate from boot camp at Parris Island, South Carolina, was meritoriously promoted there, and had 2 other meritorious promotions before my 4-year active duty tour was completed. And there's a whole bunch of other stories that go in that. But needless to say, I was a great Marine, and in boot camp, I led our platoon. I was the guide, the person who, for the greater than the second half of the 3 months we were in boot camp, I was the leader. And when the platoon messed up, I was the one who paid the penalties. And I was leading everyone and motivating everyone, rallying everyone to pull together as a team. We ended up blowing away every other platoon in boot camp. We won drill, which is the marching. We won the rifle range, the highest rifle range scores. We won the physical fitness test, and we even won an education piece where you take a whole bunch of tests and about Marine Corps history and all this fun stuff. So we swept everything, and apparently that's very uncommon. And not only did my platoon sweep everything, based on the guidance I was able to give them as that guide and pull them together and rally them as a team, I also stood out from that platoon and became the honor graduate. I was the platoon guide, the platoon high physical fitness tester, the platoon high shooter, and the platoon honor graduate. So, I excelled within that platoon, but more importantly, I pulled us all together and applied these 14 techniques that I'm going to share with you right now. And there's an acronym, an easy way to remember things like this, and this was drilled into my head in boot camp. It's JJ did tie buckle. So the 14 leadership traits of a leader are judgment, justice, decisiveness, integrity, dependability, tact, initiative, enthusiasm, bearing, unselfishness, courage, knowledge, loyalty, and endurance. Those are 14. And that's from the acronym JJ did tie buckle. Rewind this if you need to hear more of it. We're going to talk more in depth about this, but those are the traits of a leader. Take a self-analysis real quickly on those 14 traits and see where you excel. On a scale of 1 to 10, you'd probably be an 8 or a 9, and where you're deficient. Where do you fall short in these leadership traits? And see how you can be that leader that you know you can be and you deserve to be, to lead the people in your respective trait. So until next time, be that leader, and more importantly, make today great.